because we have some English-speaking people, I will try my best to do explanation in Korean and English. Okay? So 여기 오신 걸 환영합니다. So welcome you all. 이렇게 많이 오실 줄 몰랐어요. I was expecting maybe around 10, 15 people. I didn't expect this many people. So thank you for coming. So I'm gonna do the speaking in two parts. 두 부분으로 나눠서 첫 부분은 the process of making this, 그다음에 brainstorming the idea, design, and the materials used. 그다음에 second part는 theological reflection. Okay. Why I made this and what's the intention behind the design. So that's the two parts of this today. 먼저 여기 코스타에 계속 못 올 거라고 생각했는데 5월달에 이제 가겠다고 이제 말씀을 드리고 그때부터 이제 시작을 하기 시작했어요. 이번 코스타의 주제가 the theme of the KOSTA event this year was, as you all know, let us feast. 오늘 여기 함께, meaning 오늘 today 여기 here 함께 together. So that's the theme of KOSTA this year. 그래서 오케이 feast 하면 뭘 만들면 좋을까? 그냥 구체적인 그런 제안은 없었고 여기 현관이 있고 여기도 저는 처음 와봤어요. 그래서 비디오로만 봤고 현관이 있는데 앞에 feast를 표현할 뭔가를 만들어 달라고 해서 뭔가를 뭔가가 될까? feast 하면 막 brainstorming. I started brainstorming myself regarding the theme feast. So, what comes to your mind when you think about feast? Celebration, or party, balloons, fireworks, maybe, lot of food. 뭐 그런 이미지들이 떠오르잖아요. 그래서 막 하다가 그렇다고 뭐 여기다가 그냥 음식만 자꾸 만들어내는 거 있어요. 그래서 예수님을 만들자. 그런데 예수님인데 십자가에 달려 계시고, 근데 우리가 이렇게 예수님 생각하면 늘 좀 굉장히 너무 이렇게 플랫한 이미지, 그죠? 십자가 너무 편안한 자세로. When we think about the cross, the crucifixion of Jesus, we think about like Jesus being on the cross, very comfortable position, it's like this, without any suffering or painful emotion. 이게 딱 flat image, two-dimensional. 이런 이미지가 너무 we are used to that kind of image, 그죠? 딱 이렇게 쓰면 아무 페인도 안 느껴지고. 근데 think about the crucifixion. How painful could that be? You're hanging on the cross for 12 hours with your hands and feet nailed. That must have been so painful. I cannot imagine the pain. 그죠? 그러면 어떻게 됐겠어요, 몸이? 근데 이렇게 너무 이렇지 않았겠어요? 막 뒤틀리고 그런 몸을 표현하고 싶었어요. 그런데 at the same time, I want to express the contradiction of the cross, the oxymoron of the cross, which is the body suffering, painful. At the same time, I wanted Jesus' face to express the joy, the paradoxical happiness, joy. It is fulfilled. It is finished. That kind of joy, that kind of achievement, happiness. 그래가지고 Jesus' face는 is smiling. If you look at it, it's a smiling face. So 몸은 굉장히 suffering, painful. 근데 face는 smiling face, embracing face, welcoming face. Come to the feast. Come join the cross. Come carry the cross that I'm carrying. So come to this place. 하는 그 welcoming 그런 position. 그리고 material wise 여기 나무들은 전부 다 it's all made out of recycled materials. If you look closely, the only thing I spent money on was these cross beams, which I had to get from the Home Depot Saturday morning. I came here. I'm from Los Angeles. I came Saturday morning and I go to a Home Depot to get this long woods, construction wood, which I spent about $22. And I spent the total cost of making this cross was about $130 some dollars. And the $100 goes right there. You see carefully, there's a $100 bill. Did you see that? 여기 $100 bills 있어요. 여기 보면은 이게 진짜 that's a real money, $100 bill. 그리고 I spent some money to express, make the thorn crown of the. See that? 잘 보면 우리가 돈을 벌고 받아가지고 that's real money, and I wanted to spend $100 to make each thorn. 근데 then I need $1,000. $100 bill. 근데 which I didn't have the money. 그래서 I spent like $10. 1분짜리. So if you ever need $1 or $100, it's right there. 그래요. 그리고 one thing I wanted to mention was 여기 제가 이제 여기 시카고에 사는 간사님들한테 미리 한 달 전에 부탁을 했어요. I asked the staff members here living in Chicago area to collect as much recycled materials as possible so I can use. So they collected materials like forks, spoons, woods, and demolished piano. This is a piano. This comes from piano, and yeah, so it's all made out of recycled materials. And one thing was, as I opened the box, there was this 동원 참치. It's a Korean brand tuna can. Yeah, so, and interestingly, it says 살코기. 살코기. And what does it say here? 오뚜기. There's two words written here. 살코기 means flesh, meat, beef, chicken, pork, meat. 살코기. Okay, it's meat. And 오뚜기. 오뚜기 means self-standing doll. If you push it, it falls, but automatically stands up. That's 오뚜기. 근데 what a coincidence. 동원 is a tuna can, but it says 살코기. 살코기 I can understand. Tuna meat. 근데 오뚜기. What does 오뚜기 have to do with tuna? 근데 if you think about the word 오뚜기, that's what the resurrection is all about. 그죠? 부활이라는 게 오뚜기잖아. 죽었는데 you die, you fell to the ground, but you rise again. That's the meaning of the 오뚜기. That's what 오뚜기 is all about. So I found it, wow. Yeah, that's the word. That's the word that I wanted to. So instead of spraying all leaves, all the words had wasn't relevant. So I sprayed them all. So I kind of all the words, but I wanted to leave 살코기 and 오뚜기. 그래서 좀 되게 meaningful하잖아. 오뚜기가 이렇게 딱 있어요. 그리고 저 얼굴하고 손하고 feet은 여기 와가지고 만들려니까 I don't think I have enough time to make the face and the hand and feet. So I made them. Los Angeles에서 made them already and brought it here 가지고 가져오는데 공항에서 노래가 초과가 됐어요. 그래서 overweight. 그래가지고 저 TSA person airport, LA airport에서 he asked me to open the side. 그래가지고 I had to open it. And there was his hand, his feet. 그래가지고 그리고 또 그 월드워크 툴을 제가 가지고 왔는데 그 툴이 다 이름이 목공 장비가 다 총이라는 이름이 들어가요. 네일건, 글루건, 그래가지고 it looks like a gun. 여기 막 저 총알 보이죠? 저 총알도 있고 막 저런 네일 그리고 저 개머리판, 건스타. 막 이런 거가 막 다 들어있고 막 이러니까는 노래 가지고 이거 뭐냐고 What is this? 그래가지고 there's this event called KOSTA Master the Sculptor 그래가지고 옆에 제가 이거는 이제 스포일러인데 I made a 400 souvenir necklace to give everybody. They're gonna give it to you tomorrow at the end. 근데 거기 이만한 박스가 있었는데 그 사람이 TSA 가이가 think he was a Christian. 그래서 you have all this cross. Yeah, I told you I'm a 지저스가 그때는 가방에 있을 때는 헤어가 없었어. No hair. This is Jesus. You see these nail marked hands? Feet, Jesus feet. 요즘 자기도 크리스찬이라고 해가지고 I gave one. 그래가지고 we have 399. 그래가지고 구사하게 잘 가져왔어요. 그리고 십자가가 저기 네일이 아직도 there's a nail remaining on the cross. So I wanted to say Jesus is not passively just hanging on the cross. He's not just suffering. You know, if Jesus wanted to, he could always come down from the cross. 그러니까 수동적으로 그냥 십자가에 달려 계신 것이 아니라 예수님이 if he wants, he can come down. 그러니까 목적이 있어서 달려 있는 거지 그냥 당하고만 있는 게 아니다. 그래서 손을 내밀고 있어요. 그리고 손은 and the hand, the right hand is facing to us, inviting all of you. 하나 좀 regret 되는 거는 one thing I regret is I should have made this hand bigger. 그래서 this hand and the eyes are the highlight of this sculpture. So I want to emphasize this hand, inviting hand, by making it bigger. 이만하게 만들어가 소뚜껑만하게 만들어가지고 all of you, everybody, 70 billion people on this planet, 이만하게 만들고 싶었는데 가방이 my bag was too small. So this is it. So next time if I have to make it again, I'll make hand bigger. 그리고 이 나무 얼굴 여기 오기 전에 제가 I used to make a fence. So these woods comes from the demolished, termite damaged wood post, fence post. So if you look at it closely, these are all termite damaged wood. These are railroad nail. Railroad 이렇게 쭉 있을 때, these are the nails used to fix the rail. There's a computer chip from old Dell computer 386. I don't know if it's Pentium 1 and hammer. That hammer was actually used to make this piece. Almost at the end, it broke. I borrowed it from 김범석 간사님. So the hammer did his work, and instead of throwing it away, I wanted to just hang the hammer on the cross. 가지고 헬멧도 있고. I wanted to put as much symbolism of 21st century as possible in this cross. So 우리 오늘 리플렉션 했던 것처럼 이 시대의 황자가 되고 있는 것, 이 시대의 the symbolism of the kings of this age. So what comes to your mind when you think about kings or emperors of this age? Technology, money, violence, power, pleasure, all these things. So I wanted to put as much. I didn't have much materials. I wish I did. 그래가지고 imagine 뭐 아까 여러분들 reflect한 거 여기서 붙인다고 생각해요. 뭐 그죠? 그래서 그렇습니다. 그리고 여기 예수님의 옆구리가 이렇게 찔려 있어요. 뜯어져 있죠. 거기 이제 보라색으로 이렇게 페인트도 칠했는데 조명때 잘 안 보이긴 하지만 예수님의 그 창자로 이렇게 이게 제가 취미가 one of my hobbies is catching fish. 스쿠버 해가지고 spear fishing. Spear fishing is one of my hobbies. And these throwers 이제 잡은 피쉬를 집에 이제 담아가지고 집에 가지고 오는 데 쓰는 그거예요. 근데 he was a fisherman of people. Become a fisherman of people. 근데 이런 거 같이 가지고 이렇게 되고. One thing I want to mention 예수님의 얼굴인데 딱 여기 섰을 때 direct eye contact. 좀 조금만 벗어가면 그냥 you become observer. 근데 if you stand right here, then instead of being observer, you become observed by Jesus. 그죠? So we don't want to avoid Jesus eye contact. So stand right here. 이렇게 딱 보고 있으면 he's smiling, and those eyes, if you look closely, the eyeballs are made out of golf balls. Tailor-made. golf ball. 골프와 다른 hand. So I used golf balls as eyeballs. And 저기 iris 눈 그 동자는 washer라고 그죠? washer에다가 스크루, 별표 스크루. 십자 필립스가 아니라 그 star shape. I used the screw to express the iris. 그렇습니다. 그리고 I wanted to portray Jesus as Asian Jesus. Jesus was not Asian. Jesus was not Anglo-Saxon with the blue eyes, 6-7 feet tall, football player type of body. 그죠? It's not like. Imagine Jesus' body and face 2,000 years ago. Without any SPF 50 sunblock. He was a carpenter working outside every day under this hot Middle East sunlight, dark skin. 그죠? 굉장히 not like a bodybuilder type muscular, 근데 labor workers muscle. 그죠? Tall? I don't think so. 2,000 years ago, average height, maybe 5'5". Very small. Can you imagine Jesus being this small? Oh, it's like a high schooler. Tiny Jesus, just dark skin. Handsome? I don't know. Book of Isaiah, 거기 chapter 53, 거기 보면 예수님은 어저께 우리 노승환 목사님 말씀하시죠. He wasn't there. There's nothing to be desirable. 그런 패시지가 있는 거 보면은. I don't think he was like a Hollywood actor, like handsome person. Anyways, 그리고 one time I went to this African American church, and in the front area there was a Jesus figure portrayed as African American Jesus. I was very touched by it. They wanted to see as one of them. 네, 우리는 저렇게 가끔 찬양 시간에 보면은 찬양할 때 이렇게 파워포인트에 가사 나오고 이미지가 나오는데 거기 보면 이렇게 막 멜 깁슨 Passion of Christ의 그 영화 예수 역할 맡았던 제임스 카비조, he was the name of the, that's the name of the actor, Jesus. 그런 사람 얼굴이 탁 나와. 그럼 막 Yes, Jesus 막 이러는 게 좀 이상해. Jesus of Nazareth라는 영화에 로버트 파월이라고 하는 영국 배우가 있으면 파란색 눈을 가지고 우리는 무슨 예수 우리 왕이요 찬양하고 생각하고 그렇죠. 이상하잖아요. 송강호가 예수 역할을 맡았다고 그래가지고 찬양 시간에 송강호 얼굴이 뜬다 보면 How awkward is that? So I wanted to 예수님의 얼굴을 그냥 오픈해놓고 싶었어. I didn't want to limit imitation, imagination. 그러고 10분 남았어요. 10 minutes left. Okay, theological reflection. The Gospel of John, chapter 6, verse 50에 보면 there's this passage. This is my body, and this body comes from heaven. Is not like the one you ancestors ate in the wilderness. But if you eat this food, you will not die and live forever. 그런 메시지가 있어요. 그죠? 기억나요? 그런데 the Gospel of John, 예수님은 항상 그 특징이에요. 요한복음에 예수님이 one time, for example, Jesus says, demolish this temple. I'll build it again in 3 days. 그런 거 있죠. Jesus was saying about his body. 그죠? 근데 the people around him thought of it as Jerusalem temple. 그러니까 서로 다른 걸 생각하고 있었던 거예요. 예수님이 그 Gospel John에 보면은 this is food coming down from heaven, which is not like your ancestor ate. Your ancestors ate and died, but this food that I give you, if you eat of it, you will not die. 거기 있었던 다른 사람들은 they thought Jesus was talking about this manna. The Genesis, the Exodus wilderness에서 40 years 그 ancestors가 먹었던 they thought of the manna food. So Jesus was mentioning about himself. 그러면은 who are these ancestors? 거기 있던 those people around him thought these ancestors to be these Exodus ancestors who spent 40 years in the wilderness, ate manna and quail, 메추라기. 근데 Jesus was saying this ancestor was Adam and Eve. 그죠? 그래서 so what does that mean? Jesus is saying this body is food for you. This food, this 살코기, this meat is not like what your ancestors ate, Adam and Eve. What did Adam and Eve eat? They ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. God said, if you eat of this, you will surely die. They ate of it, and they died. And Jesus saying, this is food. This food is not like what your ancestors ate. So if you eat of this, you will die. You will not die. You will live forever. And the reason why Adam and Eve was cast out of Garden of Eden, 에덴 동산에서 아담과 하와가 쫓겨난 그 이유는 뭐였죠? 선악과를 먹어서가 아니에요. 선악과를 먹으면 죽으리라고 그랬지. God said, if you eat the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, you will surely die. He didn't say you will be cast out from the Garden of Eden. 그렇죠? Garden of Eden에서 쫓겨난 the reason why he was expelled from the Garden of Eden was because So Adam and Eve will not come to the tree of life and eat the fruit from the tree of life. 그죠? Genesis chapter 3에 아담과 하와가 생명나무의 열매를 따먹고 영생할까 하여 에덴 동산에서 추방하셨다고 되어 있어요. 그죠? 근데 crucifixion을 보면 this Jesus, the Gospel of Matthew, 마태복음 chapter 24 거기 보면은 the night before Jesus died, he had his last dinner with his disciples and did first communion service. 그죠? 성찬식을 처음 하시면서 뭐라고 그러냐면 take and eat. This is my body given for you. Take, drink my blood. Eat of me and you will surely live forever. 나를 먹으면 영원히 살 것이다. What is Jesus saying? Jesus is saying that I am the fruit of tree of life hanging on the tree. As a fruit, cross is a death food. 근데 if you look at it theologically, it's a life wood. And this food, this 살코기, is hanging on the cross as a 생명나무의 양식으로, 열매로. 나무에 열매가 열리는 거잖아요. 열매가 달리잖아요. 예수님께서 His fruit of tree of life. His whole thing is tree of life. 그래서 His hands, left hand, the gun, bullet is trying to kill him. Even the death cannot kill Jesus. Death cannot kill Jesus. His hand, life comes out of his hands. Even death cannot block him from this life. 여러분 그 Chronicles of Narnia 읽어보셨어요? C.S. Lewis. If you read it, there's a lion character, Aslan. Right? The Aslan symbolizes Jesus. And as when the lion, this Aslan, Chronicle, 나니아 이야기 거기 보면 아슬란이라는 사자가 나오는데 사자가 이렇게 막 다니잖아. 그러면은 여기 사자가 이렇게 every step where his feet and hands touch the ground, 거기서 이렇게 꽃이, flower blooms. 생명이 피어나. Everywhere he goes. 그죠? 예수님이 가시는 곳마다, 만지는 곳마다 생명이, 예수님 만지는 곳마다 치유가, 위로가, 기적이 일어나는 거죠. 그러니까 사탄이 don't move your feet, don't move your hands. Everywhere you go, everything you touch becomes alive. Everywhere you go with your feet, there is this miracle happening. So I don't like that. This is what Satan is saying. So don't move your hands, don't move your feet. Stop it. That's what I think probably Satan wanted Jesus to be. Don't move your feet, don't move your hands. Stop it. I don't want any more life. I don't want any more salvation happening. I don't want any more healing. I don't want any more wonderful things happening because you move your hands and feet. That's probably why Satan wanted to crucify. Even death cannot kill Jesus. So, any comments? Anything you want to share? I want to hear you guys' feedbacks, and emotions, and feelings, and share this moment.
It's just really interesting. I mean, I looked at the computer part earlier and I was thinking, why is that there? But now I kind of understand the full. No, not at all. I mean, I was just curious because there's so many kind of not mechanical parts to this and all of a sudden, right? But more so now that you've explained it, it's really makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of meaning.
I wish there's more. I wanted to put more. What would you put more here if you were the artist? Think about it.
I like to emphasize the green part. I love the green
More
part.
leaves.
More just like explosive tree life type things. Maybe like imitation birds, stuff like that. You know, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Maybe go around the Witten campus and get the real. Oh, by the way, there's a actual C.S. Lewis wardrobe. You know, 거기 그 where C.S. Lewis got inspiration. 그 진짜 C.S. Lewis 그 pen that he actually used and the mug that C.S. Lewis가 썼던 그 달기 여기 뮤지엄에 가면 디스플레이 돼 있어. 또 한 두세 명만 좀 더 얘기 좀 들어보고 싶어요.
I think it gives us encouragement. Our weakness, can be used by God and bring more of His glory. We can participate in His work. So I think that's very encouraging.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more people?
머리카락이 굉장히 인상적이었는데요.
The hair.
여자 같기도 한 거예요. 신기했어요.
야, 처음에는 저 헤어가 우리 저기 간사님 한 분이 저걸 드릴로 다 400 홀 다 뚫어가지고 거기다 와이어를 400 와이어스 이렇게 심은 거예요. 그 다음에 그 글루건으로 다 이렇게 픽스한 거예요. 그 처음에는 머리가 다 이렇게 됐거든요. 그래가지고 어떤 사람이 지나가면서 이거 좀 목사님 목사가 안 그래 키. Some people said, oh, it looks like I don't know if you know this character, 봉두남발 녹두장 아니 보면준. Some people said it looked like me. 근데 진짜 because I'm
그렇지.
또 anyone else?
저는 항상 예수님이 달려 계셨는데 너무 능동적으로 가까이 나한테 이렇게 다가오시는 모습에서 이렇게나 가까이 계시다고 그게 좀 첫 번째 인상이었던 것 같아요. 그렇게 생각을 못했는데 이렇게 그 십자가의 자리로 초청하신다는 거가 엄청나게 되게 액티브한 거였는데 우리는 항상 정말 멀리 계신 예수, 저 멀리 저 높이 계신 예수님만 그렇게 생각했던 것 같아서 되게 신선하고 새롭게 느꼈어요.
She's saying it's so new to her that every time we think about cross, she feels like very passively cross, hanging on the cross, but can be very proactively hanging on the cross, reaching out his hand in violence. So what's new to her?
For me, it wasn't easy to connect the dots between the death of Jesus and the feast. But like after hearing the explanation and seeing this, and then the title, the invitation to the feast, and everything, it's really touching that He sacrificed Himself to invite all of us to His feast. So yeah, thank you for that. It's really touching.
성경도 성령님께서 감동을 주셔야지 이해가 되듯이 작품도 작가의 의도를 들으니까 더 정말 큰 감동이 받거든요. 예, 끝나는 마당에 저희 소수만 이걸 들었는데 작품 설명서를 옆에다 조금 이렇게 붙여놓으시면 떠나는 많은 코스탄들이 보고 그 감동을 좀 더 같이 공유하지 않을까.
There is an explanation on the side. Okay. 뭐 마지막 얘기 한 사람 더? 있으면 우리 빨리 hungry. We don't want to be like dance.
I have just a question on the process. You said, I took your class, you said this will be trashed after. So what was your thinking when you were making it, putting all the muscles?
Thank you for asking me that. I didn't want to put too much emotional attachment to this piece because I know once this whole event is over, Thursday tomorrow, I have to demolish this and it should go to the trash bin. I cannot imagine Jesus' face going, sitting in the trash bin. So I didn't want to put too much emotional sentiment to this cross. So this is just wood, symbolism. It's not real Jesus. You don't have to worry about it. Well, hopefully, I think maybe school is interested in keeping this piece. So yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, that'll be so honored. Yeah, that'll be so nice. Hopefully, if you come back next year again, you get to see this piece again. Yeah. So I wanted to. I'm gonna definitely take the $100. $6 maybe. $100. And yeah, if I had to demolish, I was gonna take the head. Hands and feet. I have a little attachment to the feet, hands, and face. If the school wants to keep, it's fine. So, thank you very much. And if you ever come back next year again, yeah, let's really make something together. Yeah. So, all right, let's go eat. 시간 없는가요? 그냥